Hello, today I'll be talking to you about Morning Song, which is the first poem in Sylvia Plath's poetry collection Ariel. So let's start with Morning Song, which was written about 1961. So let's talk about the title first. So, Morning Song, when someone says Morning Song, I expect something dreamy, soft. So, something soft, dreamy, nice, perhaps even cheery. I want to say romantic too, or probably like homely, something nice, something loving. I don't know, that's what comes to mind. I'm not sure about you, but let's start. So first of all, I'm going to start by reading the poem as a whole, and then we're going to break it down. So love, okay. Morning Song. Love set you going like a fat gold watch. The midwife slapped your foot soles, and your bold cry took its place among the elements. Our voices echo, magnifying your arrival, new statue in a drafty museum. Your nakedness shadows our safety. We stand round blankly as walls. I'm no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow effacement in the wind's hand. All night your moth breath flickers among the flat pink roses. I wake to listen, a far sea moves in my ear. One cry and I stumble from bed, cow heavy and floral in my Victorian nightgown. Your mouth opens, clean as a cat's, the window square whitens and swallows its dull stars, and now you try your handful of notes. The clear vowels rise like balloons. So let's start. It's made of 6 stanzas. We're going to start with the first stanza. So first of all, this was written February 1961. That's all we have to know for now. Okay, so love set you going like a fat gold watch. This is the first line. So what can we get from here is that, okay, let's read the second line too to get a better idea. The midwife slapped your foot sole. So from the midwife, you can tell that this is a baby, okay? So who are the audience? You. Oops, I forgot a name. The audience is you, and you are a baby, okay? And you're a baby, not any baby, you're her daughter, Frida, because 1961 was a year after she gave birth to her daughter, Frida. So, here in the first line, let's go back to the first line. Love set you going like a fat gold watch. So love is sex, and it set you, the baby, her baby, going like a fat gold watch. So first of all, we have two important things here. The first important thing is that she compared a baby to a gold watch. Actually, three things. So the first thing is that she compared a baby to a gold watch, which is something weird because you never see this kind of comparison. Usually you see babies compared to nice things, things that are loving and nice and, generally nice. Whereas here it's compared to this inanimate object, a watch, which is it seems so irrelevant. But in the way that she sets it, it's actually amazing. So here, that's the first thing that we have to talk about, the relationship between the baby and the watch. So there are two striking differences. The baby is an animate object, it's a human being, while the watch is an inanimate object, okay? The second thing is, the relationship between love and babies. So here she compares sex, not love, with childbirth. So she sets her relationship between these two things, between sex and childbirth. And suddenly this thing that we know and we've been known of since it's something that everybody knows, and it's there since the beginning of time. It's something that's so natural and normal that nobody questions. Suddenly she's questioning it in the first line, and suddenly to us it may even seem bizarre that with sex comes a child, and a child cannot come unless there is sex. So this is suddenly bizarre and strange, and it's suddenly new. This thing that is, that's so natural is suddenly new, and that's, part of the power of Sylvia and of Plath, and how she words her words. Okay, so That's the second thing. So the second thing is the baby and the sex and the childbirth. Okay, what about the third thing? The third thing is her comparing or her saying that pregnancy is a fat gold watch, and that is really beautiful because fat is, it may refer to the pregnancy belly or the like the body fat. You know, when you're pregnant, you gain weight because the baby's there, and gold as in valuable. So the baby is valuable to the mom, or the pregnancy is valuable to the mother, and it means a lot to her. She cares about the baby or about the pregnancy. And then a watch because it's basically a countdown. So a pregnancy is basically a countdown. So this is a beautiful line actually. Okay, so it's weird to compare. Yeah, we've been through this. Okay, the midwife slapped. Make note of this, not positively, what is it called? I forgot the word. Not like, this word does not have a positive connotation, and yet she used it. So she purposefully used slap to your foot. So this may seem kind of distant because you would not, if you were a mother would wish no one slaps her baby. So the fact that she used this word perhaps indicates that she still does not see herself as her mother, sorry, it's her daughter, as her mother, or she does not regard her daughter as a baby yet, still an object like the watch that she compared it to. And your bald cry, so the cry isn't something melodic here, it's bald, which is also does not have the best connotation. So she's also further delving into this alienating feeling, and it took its place among the elements. So not the humans, among the elements. So it's distant, right? So from the first stanza, what we can get is the fact that like she looks at her child as a result of something, okay, as a result of something, and she looks at it from the beginning, right, from sex to pregnancy to childbirth. So there's something that I want to say, but I'm not sure how, so let me just take a moment to think if I can word it out. I don't know what I want to say, but yeah. So in the first stanza, what we can see is a deep feel of alienation from the baby. She sees her baby as an inanimate object, something that is not real yet, something that does not belong in the human world yet. It's just an element. It's, all these things. She does not see herself as a mother. So yeah, that's what we can tell. Now let's move on to the second stanza. So, our voices echo, magnifying your arrival. New statue in a drafty museum. Your nakedness shadows our safety. We stand round blankly as walls. Okay, so they're talking about the baby. So here she's saying that the baby is a new statue. So she's comparing a baby to a statue, to something that's artistic and yet inanimate. So still there is a feeling of being detached, right? In a drafty museum, your nakedness shadows our safety. We stand round blankly as walls. So here she's comparing herself and the people around her. And I'm not sure if it's perhaps her and her husband. I do not know yet. But she's comparing herself and whoever's with her to walls, and her baby to a statue. So basically both inanimate and both not having a way to communicate. So here there is a lack of communication. Okay, so the statue and wall, no communication. which is something quite important, okay? So she still sees her baby as a statue, something actually artistic, as I said. She still does not feel like a mother, like her mother, okay? So that's what we get in the second stanza. There's more alienation, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Wait.
Alienation.
So there's more alienation. There's more. So in the So in the second stanza, there's even further a further feeling of alienation. Okay. So here, the third stanza. Let's start. I'm no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow effacement to the wind's hand. So here she's saying, I'm no more your mother. I do not feel like your mother. And she only sees herself as her mother. I'm no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror. So it's a foggy mirror, okay? Or a not clear one, okay? Not clear. That to reflect its own slow effacement at the wind's hand. So she does not compare her seeing herself as a mother to a normal mirror or a reflection. No, she compared it to a cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow effacement at the wind's hand, which means that she sees herself as a mother, so as she said, from a distance. So not quite a mom yet, not quite a mother yet, right? But yet she says, I'm no more your mother, which at first, like, it may seem like she's saying, I'm no more your mother, and that's what she wants to say, but she cannot say that. So there is here, like, for a while where you think that, okay, maybe she's saying, I'm no more your mother, which would make sense with the way that the previous stanzas have been set, right? But when she says, then the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow face in the wind's hand, and then, it just says, oh, okay, she's not really saying, I'm no more your mother. So, yeah, she sees herself as a mother from a distance, so not quite a mom yet, and not from a reflection or like a proper mirror. No, it's then the cloud that distills the mirror to reflect its own slow face in the wind's hand. And it's a slow process too, okay? So it's a slow process, it's not clear, okay? And it's from a distance, okay? And it's kind of artistic too. So here we have two instances where she compares the baby to